Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be looking a bit weird because I've done my entire face up but I haven't put on any mascara. So if you want to know how I got this look, I followed the tutorial that is just gone up on Charlotte's website, which is the Victoria's Secret look. So I'll link that video below so that you can see what she used. Now, I don't have Victoria's Secret products, and she used 3 Victoria's Secret products in the tutorial. She used a clear brow gel, so I used Charlotte's clear brow gel instead. She used mascara, which we're going to be testing in a minute, some drugstore ones, and she used some lipstick of Victoria's Secrets, which I don't have, but I had a look at the one she used and it looked very similar to her one called Valentine, which was a limited edition back then, and I thought, do you know what, I haven't worn that one for a while and I do love this lipstick. So let me just turn this other light on if that helps. So all that's missing, I've curled my eyelashes. I'm thinking of getting some more eyelash curlers, and I can't decide between, I want to get some good ones because the matte ones were very good, but the rubbers come off, can't find the new ones, and they only did a little bit at a time. And I like the look of the Shoe Amira ones, and I like the look of the Surat ones, and they look like they're good for my eye shape. But if any of you got any ideas, let me know. I want a good pair that's going to last me for a few years, because I've got some cheap ones and they just don't fit my eye shape. So anyway, on to drugstore mascaras. So I already had this one, which I hadn't used that much, so I thought that can be part of my thing. So this one is Maybelline the Colossal Volume Express Mascara, Smoky Eyes. I bought that one a while ago because Huda said this was as good as false lashes. I then, after speaking to you, I had a look at Nadine Baggett's video myself, which I linked under my live video, and she said that this one that I'm about to mention was, in her opinion, the best mascara ever, and it's called Unlimited Mascara L'Oreal Paris. And what I did like about it is it's got a bendy tip for you to apply, so that when you bend the tip like that and you can apply it like that. And I didn't realise they had a drugstore version of that, so I was very keen to try that. And then I popped downstairs to pick up a prescription yesterday. Sorry, I've got a pharmacy underneath me, and I thought, let's get a third, and just pick one up really that said volume. And this one is by Bourjois, and it's called the Push Up Volume Glamour Black Serum. So obviously I don't have 3 eyes, which is a problem, so I thought, let me try the 2 new ones that I've got today, and then I'll put on Colossal tomorrow. And I haven't yet decided whether I'll upload this video today or upload it tomorrow and include Colossal. Let's see how we get on. So I am going to, I'm trying to think which to put on which eye. Which one would be the most handy to have the bendy wand? I think this eye, because yeah, it's always easier to put this one on nearest my right hand. So I have curled my lashes, and I'm going to go in with the Bourjois Black Serum Volume Glamour, and I'll do a few coats of each. I'm not putting lash primer on, although I'll be intrigued to try it with as well. Now this feels very wet, but that doesn't surprise me because it's called a serum mascara, and there is Jack in the background. Just be very careful, Jack, because I'm right near my eyes and I don't want to poke my eyes out. So by all means appear in my video, but just don't knock me right now. Do you want to say hi to everyone?
Yeet!
Oh, that's a new thing, yeet. And I'm also dying to get my hands on a lower lash mascara. I've looked, there's a Pixie one, and there's also a Clinique one, I think. But I like the look of the Pixie one. I like the idea of the thin brush. Although I suppose you could always do that with a disposable mascara wand in your regular mascara, unless it's a different formula. So this is my second coat now. I think it probably needs to dry a bit longer. It doesn't clump. It might look a bit clumpy, but it doesn't, because it's quite wet and it does feel like a serum. It doesn't make your eyelashes feel hard. But I wonder if that's actually going to mean that it doesn't keep the curl that I've just done either. It's very, very black. Very black indeed. But I'm not sure about the formula in terms of lifting up my lashes. If you don't need a lash lift, then I think you'll like that. I think if you want something that's very black, this is very good. I think if you want something that doesn't make your lashes feel very dry, then this is very good. Now I'm going to go in with this L'Oreal Unlimited mascara. I will let you know what the price of these was in a minute. Actually, I know this one because I just took the price tag off, but I did get it in my local pharmacy. This one was £8.99, and I will double check the L'Oreal one, which I got on Amazon. So this one, I'm just going to do the top lash. I always like to do the top lash. And I do like the fact that it bends, because it means you can get right into the corner here without getting it all over your nose. I'll dip back in to go under my lashes. Now I reckon this one already, it's a stiffer formula. I reckon this one's going to build a lot better, but it's probably going to dry out the lashes. It seems to have sort of more thickening fibres in it than the other one. And I've got some at the end here, and this is what's so great about a curly wand. You can actually bend any wand, but obviously you need to be careful because you don't want it to break, and you can get into those little ones that are right in the corner there, which is also very good. That one for me is more lifting. Can you see? So everyone has different requirements for their mascara. For me, I need mine. My lashes are quite long, but they just grow straight out, and some of them actually grow in. So I like one that has a bit of a lift. And I do love this. So when you're right-handed and you're doing your left eye, normally you would have that, and you'd have the wand like that, and you'd be very limited, whereas the fact that you can curl it means that you can actually get right into the corners, and it does make it a lot easier. If you want, you can get disposable mascara wands on Amazon really cheaply, and you can bend those. Something like 100 for £2. Right, let me put on a second coat of that one, which is what I did for the other one. Jack, I hope this isn't another rude program.
It isn't.
Good boy.
Aren't you recording?
I am, and that's why I'm saying it.
Yeah, but it can't be a rude program. The other ones I watched, I didn't even know there was swearing in them. But I've watched this before. It has no swearing.
Okay. They just say what the and then leave it to your imagination. That one definitely lifts a lot more. And I will go back in now for a third coat of this one and then go back and do a third coat of that. I wanted to let this one dry. Now my eyelashes still feel really soft. So this one is good if you want soft lashes still. Sorry about that, guys. My other half just called me. So I've just carried on putting that on while I was talking to him. So actually that is starting to lift with the third coat. And it still feels quite soft. They don't feel hard, which is good because that can often make your eyes feel uncomfortable. So now this one is completely dry. These do feel harder. Not really hard, but they do feel harder. But the formula is definitely thicker. So let's see what a third coat does for this. I'm not putting a third coat on my lower lashes, obviously, because then they'll just look like twiglets. But I'd be interested to know what people think. Have they tried the lower lash mascara? Because I was thinking of getting it and I just wondered what people thought. And did they think it was just the brush or was it a different formula? Okay, so that is the two mascaras. We will come back later. You know, with me, hooded lids and all that. I'm probably not going to be going out today, so my eyes may not water, but we shall see. So this one is Bourjois. Okay, so I'll take a photograph as well, but that is Bourjois. I'm just relaxing my eyes so that you can see how far up it's extended my lashes. Pretty good. And then this one is L'Oreal. Sorry, let me just put that in there. I'll just check the price and I'll be right back. Okay, I got this for $10.99 on Amazon. That's on Prime, so it may be cheaper in the drugstore. And there is 7.4 mils of product. Okay, and I got this one downstairs in the pharmacy. Again, it's an independent pharmacy, so it might be more expensive. This was $8.99, and there is 7 mils of product as opposed to 7.4 mils. That's interesting because I would have said there was more product in there. It's so interesting. This one is definitely, I don't know if you can tell, but it definitely appears blacker than this one. Can you see that? Let me just do a really big close-up for you. Just don't look at my under eyes. So that's Bourjois. And that one is L'Oreal. So I think they've both got their benefits, to be honest. I like the fact that this is blacker and it doesn't make your lashes feel twiggy. This one just feels like it's got a little bit more hold on the curl. And I like the ease of putting it on and the wand. So, but it's not as black. Anyway, I will be back later and check in with you. And I think I'll do the colossal one on another day. And let's just compare these two for now. And then I'll do that one probably tomorrow. And then let you know how it compares. All right, see you later. And as I said, have a look at the link below for the products that I used. Yeah. Hi everyone and welcome back. I'm sorry it's a bit bright, this light, but when I put it on the first setting you get this funny shimmering thing. Look, the waves going across the screen. I don't know if you can see them. So I'm just putting it one setting up. I haven't been out, so my eyes haven't watered. And let me just zoom in here. So I think it's very difficult to tell the difference, except what I said before. I think this one has given me a bit more of a lift. This one is a bit blacker. Otherwise, there's not really a lot of difference between them. Let me feel them. Actually, this is now feeling quite hard, interestingly enough. So once it sets, it does go hard. And this one actually feels softer. And yet that was the one that had more of a harder formula. I don't think there's an awful lot between these two. I think if you want a blacker one, then go for the Bourjois, which is this side. If you want one that's going to give you a bit more curl and it's going to be easier to put on because of the bendy stick, then go for that one. Now, I was looking up what are the top mascaras drugstore, and there's about 4 or 5 different sites and they all give different ones. But about 2 or 3 of them gave this one, which I mentioned to you the other day. It's not really drugstore because it's about £19, so it's middle of the range. It's not like Lancome and Chanel, but it's not drugstore either. Now I bought this one. It's called Respectisme by La Roche. I bought it because it's hypoallergenic, and you know I have sensitive eyes. And it is actually pretty good. And I think compared to these, it's a good contender. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm going to upload this tonight so that you can see this video, and then I'm going to do a part 2 tomorrow. And tomorrow, I'm going to pit this one against this one. Now, I think they're probably, to be honest, I think they probably do different things. I would imagine this is more volumizing. I haven't used it enough to remember. I think this is probably more volumizing. This is probably more lifting and sort of separating. But the reviews that I've read say that this is volumizing as well. So let's see how these fare against one another. And take it from there. So join me tomorrow for part 2 of the mascara. I don't know whether I can call this now drugstore mascaras, because this is kind of not quite drugstore but not quite high end. But anyway, join me tomorrow. I'll decide what I'm going to call it later. Alright, so have a great day, and I'm off now. I think we're going to watch a film Saturday night and relax. And by the way, this is my new dressing gown, which I've been in all day. It is so cosy, and Jack loves it because it's very soft like a cat. And you know I love my purple. So anyway, hope you can join me tomorrow, and I will put all the details of these 2 mascaras below, and let me know what your thoughts are. I'd be interested to know which one you prefer. So Bourjois and L'Oreal. Bourjois, L'Oreal. Okay. All right. See you tomorrow.